This is the Handlin It podcast. I'm your host, Tony, with my co-host, Aiden. We're on episode 26, and today's guest, he's a rapper, he's a skater, and he's a manager of a t-shirt shop. We got Maxx Wright. How we
What's
doing?
going on, guys? It's a pleasure to be here today. This is really awesome. I'm
Hell
super
yeah.
excited.
We're excited to have you on, honestly. You've got a lot of hats that you wear, so there's a lot of different things we can dive into. But first off, you dropped an album this year, though, so that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, debut album dropped last May.
Yeah, the best is yet to come. I really like that name. That was fire,
thank
dude.
you.
That's
Thank
so cool.
you.
Yeah, that was a dope name.
It's actually homage to Mac Miller's Balloonerism. I don't know if you guys have checked that project out.
Yeah, and I know you're a big fan of Mac Miller.
Big
I've seen
Mac
a lot of your
fan on
stuff,
the album art and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm wearing the Balloonerism sweater, and there's a track on there called Rick's Piano. It's toward the end of the album, and he kind of just repeats to this like eerie beat, like the best is yet to come, and it keeps going and going. And that was like when that album came out. I mean, it's an old album, but they re-released it, and it came out like right in the middle of the recording process for the album. I didn't have a name yet, and I was really listening to that album super heavy at the time. It had like such an emotional connection to me. Like when I played Balloonerism, like when it came out the first time, I cried like 6 times listening to the project the first time, like by myself in my room. Like it was just like forcing all this emotion out of me, and it was like such a special connection to it that I was like, I need to. I'm gonna take some type of inspiration from this album for my debut.
Yeah,
and that's how it kind of came about.
That's awesome, honestly. You definitely put a lot of emotion into your music. I was listening through some of the lyrics, and do you ever like stop yourself and say like, all right, damn, maybe I don't want to say this, like, because you get deep sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, he just doesn't give a fuck what he's doing. He'll tell anybody anything. Like,
it's kind of like I don't ever really think about what people are gonna think about what I say. Really, when I make music, it's really just like, getting it out on the table for me. Like it's therapy for me. Really, I don't have health insurance. So, this is really like this is my therapy, making the music, and it's been like that for a long time. Like I've been recording raps since I was like 14, 15 years old. Like that's kind of how I've always kind of been able to talk what I'm going through and talk through my emotions. And I've been through a lot of different ups and downs and rock bottoms in my life. So at this point, I even have it in a song, like once you hit rock bottom, you don't really care anymore. So like ever since then, it's like, I just say what's on my mind and who cares what I want to be honest with people, because in this day and age, there's a lot of people that just like aren't genuine. I don't, you know what I mean? Like through social media and stuff, people put on personas and this and that. And I just like to be as genuine and open book as possible.
you definitely are.
Yeah.
You do a great job, but it's nice because it's real. Like, everything you're saying is stuff you're actually feeling or going through. You're not just like making stuff up. You know what I mean? You see a lot of rap where it's like not necessarily the same vibe as you, but they're like, oh yeah, and then I shot 6 guys right after that. No, it's like, no, you didn't, bro. No, you didn't. But
I grew up in the hood.
it's like, okay, sure. You know what I mean? But
It's
everything you're saying seems very genuine. And that's honestly really awesome.
I feel like at the end of the day, if you aren't genuine, eventually it's gonna catch up with you, and people don't fuck with that.
Yeah, dude.
I'd rather just, you're gonna like me for who I am, or you're not gonna like me, but I'd rather it be that way. You know.
So did you start, like when you first started ever, you said you were like 14, you start maybe recording or something. When did you decide, you know what, I'm going to share this with the world? Like I'm going to show everyone what I'm doing.
I'd say it was my senior year of high school. I'd kind of been writing raps and stuff throughout high school.
Yeah.
One of my best friends was like a pretty big pioneer in like the lo-fi hip hop scene and producing since a young age. So he was putting me on to a lot of different hip hop and showing me like that process of recording. And then it came senior year, and I had been writing a lot more at that point. And the talent show was coming up, and finally I decided I was gonna like perform one of my songs, sign up for the talent show. Did that shit. Looking back on it, like the song was like not anywhere near as good as the shit I make it now. Of course, I was so fresh at it still. But it really resonated with people, and I ended up winning the talent show, doing that shit. And basically from there, I was like, oh, I'm just going to start putting shit out. That summer, I just was like, literally, like I just graduated high school. I was with 2 of my friends that made beats, and we were literally like making like 3 songs a day all summer. Most of them pretty trash.
Yeah.
I mean, but,
when you're making 3 a day, they can't all be gold.
You know, it was just like it was honestly like repetition, like work exercise, like rap exercises.
Kind of just like, that's how you get better though. You just keep doing it. You know what I mean? Over and over again.
Just, it was also that like SoundCloud era of rap. It was like 2017.
Yeah.
It was like all these people like Lil Peep and XXXTentacion were starting to Lil Pump. All these people were posting on SoundCloud, and I didn't make that type of music necessarily, but
trying to ride that wave though.
Exactly, just like post everything on SoundCloud. Just it was that SoundCloud era of rap, you know.
Well, it's easy to. You could just flood the system that way. There's no like, you know, Spotify. You can't really do that much stuff on, and it's hard to put your music out there in the first place. So
you got to have the lease or make the beat itself, sample clearance.
Yeah,
and
there's a lot of shit
more.
like that. Yeah, you've gone through different aliases though, right? How did you end up landing on Maxx Wright?
Back then, I was going by the name Maxx the Muffin Man. It's a lot of that shit's still out. I didn't take a lot of it down.
I think your song. Maybe it's White Lines or White Reprise. There, it has you as Maxx Wright and then comma Maxx the Muffin Man.
Exactly. The reprise. It was kind of an homage to the old me, because like I was releasing music under Maxx the Muffin Man from like 2017. Up until like COVID hit basically. And then I went through this like kind of hiatus in music for like 3-4 years after COVID, where I kind of was trying to figure shit out. A lot of everything went hectic during
COVID was just insane.
And when I decided to like finally come back to hip hop, I wanted to like just be more genuine and like I said, be myself. And I was like, I'm just gonna do it as my like God-given, birth-given name. You know, I just wanted to like be myself. So that's where I came and switched. Like, I'm just gonna release music under Maxx Wright now, and
it flows off the tongue.
Honestly,
so it's,
like it almost sounds like an alias, like an alter
personally,
ego.
I can't really do that. You know, I'm Anthony Dominicus. I can't just throw that damn thing.
That's a hard one.
You know, sometimes you're born with it. So you know,
it's a simple little 2-syllable name.
Yeah,
it's simple, and it's a cool little double X in there. And
that's cool.
Not like those basic 1X guys. You know what I mean?
I know. People think I just put that there, but that was how my mom put it on my like birth certificate and stuff.
Oh, really?
People always ask like, "Oh, why is your name got 2 X's?" And I always tell people I was born in a TJ Maxx. That's not true, but I don't know. That's the only other time I saw 2 X's on a Max, so I just kind of roll with that.
Double XL, right?
Double X. Yeah. So that's
extreme, man.
I thought it was maybe like a middle initial or like. But
middle initials Xavier actually, so I got 3 X's in a row.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah, my email is like Maxx with 3 X's, right? Like my old email, and I used to think people might think I was like a porn star or something.
The triple X. Whoa, I didn't even think about that.
No, that's just how it was.
I thought it was 3 X's, and then Aiden ended up correcting me, but I thought the 3 X's was cool. I'm not gonna lie.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
So as far as like your skateboarding content goes, you go by Maxx the Melonhead, which I also think is really funny. Where'd that come from? Did you just get that helmet and be like, all right, this is it?
That's kind of what it went. Right around that same time, I started a skateboard YouTube channel, and I got the Melon helmet, and it just kind of rolled off the tongue too, like the alliteration with Maxx and Melon and everything, and people just started to get to know me by that, and that kind of caught on. It's kind of like a side. I would say like music's my like career passion, like always been there, and then the skating is like a side hobby to keep me kind of sane.
Yeah,
you gotta have something else on the side.
Well, you started doing that as an adult, right? Like you weren't like skating as a kid and then grew up skating and kept skating, or
it was one of those things where like I remember when I moved to like Austin, Texas with my mom when I was like 10 years old. She got me this little like cruiser board, and I would like skate to school and stuff.
Okay, gotcha.
But I didn't know how to do any tricks ever, and then I kind of like phased out of doing that like when I got into high school and started doing other shit. And then, during COVID, like my girlfriend, now fiance, she had been like a longboarder, so she got me kind of to start cruising around the neighborhood with her during COVID. And then from there, I just kind of like wanted to start learning tricks and stuff. I started the skate club over in Oneonta.
Yeah, you're the founder, right, of the skate club, so that's really awesome.
That's neat.
And I saw your petition there. How's that going? Trying to get the skate park an uplift, I guess.
We got a good community behind us. I got like 300-400 signatures on the petition.
When I checked, I signed and I donated my $2.
Oh, appreciate it, man. I didn't even.
I got you.
Appreciate that. Yeah, that's been like a 3-year process.
Yeah,
now.
I saw. Like I've been, when we were reviewing your stuff, I was like, wow, like he's really trying to get this done, and they're not making it easy for you, honestly.
It's been an uphill battle. The city's not got a lot of money. It's been a lot of grassroots stuff. Yeah. We appointed like a committee, and the mayor made me in charge of that for the city, and I'm on the Parks and Rec department for Oneonta now. So kind of been on the inside of the government now, trying to push things along as well.
Yeah.
And we've gotten like a $25,000 grant for getting like a contract and the design and stuff made last year.
Well, I
which was
saw
super
that.
cool.
That was in the news, right? That was in the paper.
We did make the paper.
Yeah.
That's why I was
big
going to
deals.
get some more support. Now it's been kind of this, we've gotten, the designs back and the estimates. And now it's been just kind of this process of apply to grants, get denied, apply to more grants, wait and see. So it's, it's not easy to get like a big project like this done in a small town, but we're still trying our best.
How big is the skate
along.
scene in Oneonta, would you say?
It's grown a lot.
Yeah.
It's gotten pretty big. I've done, I do every semester. Well, I'm not in college, but I kind of do it along the college semester schedule. Every fall and every spring semester, I do a skate jam in the community, and I've done 7 of them now. And this last one that we did, it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago now. It was the 3rd annual Spooky Skate Jam. We had like 330 people come out to
Honestly,
that.
we didn't get to go. We had stuff going on, but we wanted to, and we saw on your Instagram, it looked crazy. It looked like you guys had a great time.
You had a crowd.
It was good, man. And even with that, it started raining for like an hour in the middle of the event, and most people left, and then they all end up coming back for the second half.
Way.
So that's grown a lot, man. We just started doing those like 3 years ago, like the same year I started the club. And back in the beginning, it was like nothing official. Like literally, we just got a bunch of bands we knew. We went to the skate park. We had food, and like the city was not very happy when they found out we did that with no permits or insurance or anything. We had to start getting a little more like legit
By the
with
books,
it. But it's grown like every single year since then. We've partnered with like Club Odyssey in Oneonta. They're like a nonprofit for like 18 to 25-year-olds.
Okay.
Kind of keeping them off like drugs and stuff is what their mission is, and doing like fun, sober activities. So
that's awesome.
They fit right along in it, where we're just all about the skateboarding and the music. And
do you guys do like trick competitions? Or?
Yeah. We set up a skate park on the street. We don't do it at the skate park right now anymore because it's kind of out there.
Yeah.
We were trying to get it rebuilt. Like I said, it's not the safest place to skate, and it's kind of far off from Main Street and stuff, and getting people to come. So we usually shut down a street like Water Street or Deet Street off of Main Street in Oneonta.
Yeah.
We'll set up a bunch of different ramps and rails and boxes, and then we'll give out prizes and do competitions and stuff. So yeah,
nice.
Cool.
I mean, you can do quite a few tricks though. You're not like your average skater, so
I'm getting there.
Don't get all humble. I saw some of the videos.
There's levels to it, man.
Yeah,
There's levels to it.
I watched the How to Rock a Fakie, but I just couldn't get it down. I just couldn't do it. I was like, damn
it takes
it.
a lot of people don't realize like people to get real good at skating. It's like you got to do it every day for like years.
Yeah,
and years.
guaranteed, dude. You even had some where you're like going down the hill and you have the gloves on and you're power sliding and stopping. I'm like, holy shit, dude. This guy's crazy.
I used to do that a lot more when I started. It's funny because when I started the skate club, it was the Oneonta Downhill Longboard Club.
Oh,
and,
really? Okay.
Turned out not a lot of people wanted to be going down big ass hills like 50 miles an hour. All these skateboarders wanted to join though. And right around that time, I fell going like 45 miles an hour down this hill straight onto my neck, the back of my neck, and couldn't move my neck for like a week. And after that, I was like, maybe I should start skateboarding instead of longboarding. And that's when we switched it to the skateboard club. And from there, we went from like 2 members to like 50 members in like 3 weeks.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was like way more accessible. A lot more people got skateboards than longboards in the area too. So that's kind of how it grew from there. And
that's cool.
I just started because I wanted friends, because I was never a student in Oneonta. My girlfriend was, and I moved up with her from New York City, and just wanted something to do and place to make friends. So I just started putting flyers up about like skateboarding, and that's kind of how it
that's
started.
kind of neat.
Nice. That's dope though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any scooters?
We've had scooter people pull up like to
Are
the
you
events and
You
stuff.
said that
Do you
like
beef with
I
scooters?
I
I know there's beef.
It's the stereotype of beef, but I've met some cool scooter people, man.
Yeah.
There's this dude who pulls up. He doesn't live in Oneonta, but shout out to Mr. Puff. This dude, he's like wears the helmet and she got this like long blonde ponytail to his pulled up to the skate park the first time like a year ago when I met him, and I'm like, oh, here comes the scooter rider. Like, you don't know. This dude's like airing out of the quarter pipe, doing like 360 spins and like flipping the scooter in the air and catching it, and like he's fucking gnarly, dude.
Damn, that's
this
crazy.
Dude does crazy fucking shit, dude. Like mad respect to him. Like he's the first dude I met that was a scooterer, and he's like pro, he's like god tier. He's insane. So I love all the people who using the facilities. And shit.
Yeah.
As long as you like don't come with an attitude. Like,
Yeah.
Because I've met way shittier like skateboard, like not shittier in this sense of like skill, but I've met people with a shitty attitude that are skateboarders, and I've met like super dope scooter people that are like all love, you know. So it really depends on your attitude.
Yeah, honestly, you're probably right. If you ever had someone that's like trying to join the club and you're like, no, you're a dick, get out of here. Like, I don't want you to be in the club.
Usually it's been pretty nice people.
Yeah, okay.
Very rarely have I had to like kick someone out of the group.
You have had to do it though?
I've had to kick someone out just because like I found out they were like a really bad person and done really fucked up shit. But for the most part,
they also rode a scooter. So we just couldn't have that.
Most of the beef is started by the skateboard people.
Yeah, there's honestly, like, you're very chill about it, but there's a lot of people who are like, get those disgusting scooters away from my park. Like,
I think like people maybe when they're younger, there's more beef. Being like a dude who started older, it's like maybe I have more perspective. Really one of my best friends is a BMX rider who was in the club. So just even like starting off like with other people learning tricks that were not in skating, but like in that same wheelhouse, whatever you want to say. Like I was able to like have a different perspective maybe. So.
That is probably what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. We try to keep. We the only thing I've had a problem with people joining is like I try to be inclusive to everyone, but like we've had like some younger people try to join, and then I just want to like not have like 10-year-old kids coming with like high school kids that are like vaping. And, like, you don't want to like parents to pull up and be mad. Like at the skate jams, it's always like chill. Like anybody can pull up, and that's more like family friendly. But when it comes to like day-to-day activities, it's usually like 18 plus people pulling up. But other than that, it's been pretty chill.
How many? Like you usually get a good group going then, right? Yeah.
We've had some days where we'll have 20 people, 25 people all session together.
Yeah.
Wow. We'll still bomb some hills around the college and different places. Cool. It can get fun. It can get rowdy.
You have somebody who's like really good on the skateboard, and he's like,
we got a few real good guys, dude. We got my friend Brandon. He grew up down in Cali and San Diego, like most of his childhood skating with like pros and stuff. He started skating when he was like 3, and this guy's like kick flipping down like 7 stairs, and like he can tray flip every try. He's crazy, and he's so humble about it too. He's like, oh, I'm not that good. He's literally like the best person I've ever met.
Well, probably because he's like, skated with pros. So he's like, these tricks are like for noobs, right?
Like I said, there's levels to skating.
I was doing this shit when I was 5.
Yeah. We have some good ass skaters in Oneonta. You'd be and some older guys too that like you can meet at the park and shit that are like. There's a guy. Trevor is his name, and I think he was like in like a Thrasher ad when he was like 13. He's like in his like 30s now.
No way.
This dude, he's super nice dude too. All the best skaters normally are like super humble. Is funny enough. The people who have like think they're hot shit are usually like they're in the middle. They're you know what I'm saying? Like the really good people are like the most humble. Yeah, usually.
The guys who suck think they're good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm not very great. I snowboard, but I do not. Skateboarding is not my expertise. I have to get you strapped into the board.
Do you ever try snow skateboarding? Like snow skating?
No, I've never done that.
We should do that shit together. I never snowboarded, but I have these like snow skates. It's like the bottom of a snowboard, but it's like more of it's like a hybrid basically.
You're not strapped in. Yeah.
And it's like more the size and shape of a skateboard, but it's like got that waterproof material, and it's got grooves in it, so
wax
it can cut.
kind of. Yeah. Okay.
It's fun. We should hit that.
That sounds awesome.
That
actually.
sounds crazy.
So
honestly,
yeah. Like you can bomb some like hills with the snow on them and like carve, but you can also like hit like a kickflip on it. It's cool.
Always wanted to hit a kickflip, but I guess
it was a little less intimidating in the snow, right?
I used to be able to do an ollie, but I can't do it anymore.
We're gonna need how to kickflip. We're gonna need a whole that needs to be a series.
We all gotta get together, dude. You know who else is a good skateboarder is Kanye, dude.
Really?
You guys had him on the podcast.
Yeah, we did. I didn't know that about him,
bro. He's way better than I am at skating. He's insane.
Really?
Like I didn't know. Like I always knew Kanye because we both rapped, and he's been my friend for a while. And then one day he talked about he skateboarded and wanted to go to the skate park. We got to the skate park. He's doing like nollie kickflip. He's like doing like back feeble on the whole handrail, like 3rd try.
No way.
Kick flipping into grinds. Like, dude, Kanye's not. Dude,
I didn't see that.
bro.
I would not have guessed that one.
Dude, we all know he's a dope rapper, but he's a dope ass skater too, bro.
Wow.
Yeah. And I try to get him out more, but he's such a busy guy. It's hard to get him out.
Yeah, dude. he's busy, man.
Yeah, he's busy, but he's.
I mean, you're busy yourself though too.
Yes,
you
that
know,
sounds like you're part of all these different boards,
Yeah,
and
like-
you're working at this, clothing store,
Yeah.
Stoniana. You know?
You're the
Yeah.
manager of that, so holy shit.
About a year and a half almost I've
Yeah.
been there, so that's been cool. We do all the custom screen printing. I basically run everything. The owner lives in Long Island. He comes up once a month, super nice guy. But I'm kind of running the day-to-day operations, at least like at the physical spot most of the days. So it's been a good gig. It's taught me a lot of time management skills. I'm rushing a lot.
I'm sure, man. I mean, you got a lot of stuff going on. We're happy to get you on now. You know what I mean?
You came straight from work.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I
I mean,
really appreciate that.
Yeah.
I really I'm appreciative of you guys having me. I was ready
Oh,
to
of
do
course,
it
yeah.
whenever, as long as I could get off work and come here.
Yeah, well, we saw you at the Cano event. We're like, all right, this guy's actually spitting some bars here. Like,
Yeah.
we got to go give this guy a card, see if we could do some networking, you know?
Dude, I appreciate that. I was so hyped when you guys pulled up. Because,
Yeah.
like,
You were the first rapper we got to see, so
Yeah,
we were
actually,
I
you were the
opened that
first
day.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah, we were the
yeah.
first one we saw. We're like, okay, cool. You
I'm
set
glad
the
you guys
tone.
made it, because it was like, when you open for a festival or something, or any type of concert, usually
Yeah.
when you're the opener, it's a little dead at first, you
Yeah.
know, especially it was a long event that day. There was a lot of dope rappers and people coming on. So I'm glad you guys made it and were
Yeah.
able to see the set and stuff that day.
Yeah, it was awesome. Honestly, that was a good event too. Like there was a lot of cool people there, and we got to meet a lot of cool people.
Yeah.
You
dude.
had another event right after that, though, didn't you?
Yeah, in
Yes.
Schenectady.
Yeah.
So you had a whole
Yeah, they're
ass
really
That was a
busy
wild
day.
day.
Yeah.
It's funny because that's why I ended up going first at the Kano event, because I told them I got another show in Albany after this. All right, we'll put you first. And then I told the people in Albany, hey, I got a show in Oneonta before. Can y'all put me later? So they put me last in Schenectady. So it ended up being funny. I performed at 1 p.m. in Oneonta and 8 p.m. in Schenectady. So I ended up having like
Oh, you had
fucking
plenty of
5-6
time?
hours in
Yeah.
between. But it's better to be not rushing. And
Yeah.
so it worked out. It worked out.
Do you have like a group of guys that you go with? Like, are you just a one-man show? You show up with all the equipment, you set it all up, and you go.
I'm pretty self-sufficient. I just got all my production on my computer and plug in, and I got everything memorized and ready to
Damn.
go. So,
Damn.
but like I traveled like I like to go with my. You guys got to have him on the podcast, Kento. He's a big photographer. in
Yeah,
the area.
honestly, I was just talking about him because he's doing this series where he's trying to stay in America because he
Yeah,
needs a
dude.
job, and I was like, holy shit, dude, this guy's like really. I liked what he was doing though. The idea, he's like, all right, he on his Instagram, he has this little like series going. It's like, I have this many days till I'm getting kicked out. I got to get a fucking
Like,
job.
somebody help
and I'm
me.
like, holy shit, dude, like this is crazy. We met him there though as well.
Yeah, I would consider him like a real close friend. He's on my team for sure. Like
Yeah.
he always pops out. He's my photographer for everything, and we work together. He works part-time at the shop.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sweet.
But I known him way before that, and that was just a coincidence. And me and him just we kind of like do a lot of shit together artistically.
Well, I
and-
saw he took pictures for you at the anthill there.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah.
why I just stumbled across his page. I remember seeing him when we were at the Kano event.
Yeah.
And we were talking about him. But
He makes the rounds, dude. They were calling him like the captain of the Catskills for a little bit. He had a little like portrait in Latte Lounge on Oneonta.
Yeah.
he does a lot of shit, dude. If you've seen his work, he's a good
Yeah,
photographer.
he is.
Dude.
He's
one of the
hustling.
best I've ever met, dude. Because I've played some other shows where like they have a photographer and just none of
They
the
suck.
photos. Not to discredit anyone, but it's just like I never met anybody who takes photos like Kento. This guy is crazy.
Yeah.
And,
He definitely is taking some, like I've seen his Instagram. He's taking very high quality stuff.
yeah, and he likes to really support a lot of local artists,
Yeah.
businesses. He goes all over the place. But
Yeah.
yeah, he's a part of my team. He went with me that day to Schenectady. He was the photographer for that event too. He kind of connected me with. There's a dope hip hop scene and artist scene that I've connected with up in Schenectady and Albany area. Dope group of people. One of them's even running for mayor of Schenectady. He goes by his name's Orlando. He's also a rapper. 97 Otis is his name on Spotify and stuff. Dope MC, dope rapper, and
Damn.
just a super progressive young dude running for mayor.
How old
I
is
hope
he?
he gets it.
He's like 27.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's like a year older, or 28. I think he's 28 years old.
okay.
Damn,
Yeah,
taking a crack at mayor at 28
Yeah.
as a rapper. That's
but,
crazy.
he's dope, dude. He's got like he's got a good following on Spotify too. He's got like I don't know. He's got like 20,000 listeners just from Japan. Funny
Really?
enough. He's
Holy
in that.
shit.
He's good friends with Kento. He made this song for Kento called "Smile for Japan," and then it like took off in Japan. So
Oh,
now he's
really?
getting all these streams from over there.
That's
and
awesome.
Dope dude though. his girlfriend organizes all these showcases up there too. She's a beautiful like singer. She has her roots in opera singing, and now she does pop and stuff. And she actually won the contest. You know the producer Timbaland?
Yeah.
He did a contest to be on his album, and she won out of like 20,000 people.
So
wow.
She's on his album?
She's going to be on his upcoming album.
Oh, wow. That's actually really cool.
So like just a dope collective of like artists really like trying to make shit happen up there. So
wow.
Yeah.
So would you say you prefer the music scene over in Albany compared to here?
I think they're very different. I like both. I honestly, I like performing anywhere and with anybody who's passionate about their craft.
Yeah, you just like performing.
I like performing. I'll go wherever. I'm performing again Saturday up in Schenectady too. So
wow, okay.
I'm trying to play as much as possible with whoever wants to perform. And like there's amazing MCs doing so much here too. Like we talked about like Kanye and there's a lot of dope MCs in Oneonta as well. Yeah. So it's literally like anywhere you can find someone who's passionate and really like cares about the craft, man. And I'm finding that in both places.
Well, you like Aiden said previously, you really get deep in your lyrics, and you used to struggle with like addiction, right?
Yeah. I went through a lot of shit in my younger days, for sure.
Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, let's go into it, man. My song White Lines is a lot about that.
Yeah, so
I could spit some of that too if y'all want.
Oh, spit some.
I know
Yeah,
I
let's see.
could
You
just get
got
an acapella for y'all so people
Yeah, give us some. Go ahead,
we
we're
can
down
talk
for
about
that.
it.
Yeah.
Because like I wrote White Lines literally like the year that I like got sober, and then I always say like basically I was sober for a couple months off the shit. I had just moved to New York City after getting sober, trying to get my shit together, pursue music, and then right around that time, a friend of mine who I had done a lot of drugs with, that did music and shit too, I had found out he had died from a fucking overdose. And it's like heavy and like a mind fuck when like you're getting off the same shit, and then this dude that you knew who was still in it a little bit, like basically not even, it was like, you know, fentanyl goes around, dude, and some shit like that happened where he got some bad drugs and OD'd, and like it's just a mind fuck when you're getting sober and you're like, fuck, that could easily have been me if I decided to like not get clean a couple months ago. Yeah. So literally I wrote, right when I found that shit out, I wrote White Lines. I'll just rap it if y'all want.
Damn, yeah.
Acapella. I'll just hit that shit. So people, you know, I'm a lyricist. I'll hit it. So he goes, chop lines with the dollar bill. Too many gone from a sour pill. I don't want to die, that's how I feel. Just know now that powder kills. These white lines. Kids died, no lifelines. I write rhymes, no filter now. Still feel pain, what's the guilt about? I popped a pill, I drank the cup. I hit the gas, I'm driving drunk. Don't sleep, I'm a dope fiend. My nose bleeds, I pop the trunk. Smoke weed, I roll trees. I put the pain all in my blunt. I put the pain all in my blunt. These holidays don't feel the same. Rock the boat like a tidal wave. Wide awake, I'm wide awake. These white lines, I'm wide awake. I'm a hideaway on a bender now. Just need sleep to remember how love goes, love dies. See the skies, these doves cry. Rivers flow like the Holy Ghost. I'ma make a toast to the Most High. I'ma keep my friends so close by. They don't lie, we ride together. Snow days. These people lie and they throw shade. I'm homemade, it's no shame. I love to laugh and I love to play. It's all day, it's all night, it's all right. I'm here to say, white lines don't make a man. Pain is real, let's take a stand. Live your life, go to school, find a wife, don't be a fool. It's all cool, just be yourself. It's all cool, just be yourself.
Damn, you have the whole thing on lock like that?
Yes, sir. I keep them all up there.
You got all of them? You could do so. I mean, we're not going to do that, but if you could do every single one.
I could probably do almost everything.
Okay.
Yeah, I try to.
Because you've got what, 8? You have 8 on your album, I think.
There's 8 on the album, and then a few singles before that.
Yeah.
And some new shit coming out as well.
Oh yeah, what you got coming out?
Shit, I got a song coming out November 28th.
November 28th.
It's Black Friday. On Black Friday.
Black Friday.
That's my gift to everybody. So, got a bunch more shit coming out. But right now, the newest shit's the album and the 8 songs on there.
Yeah.
And,
Who did the cover art?
My friend Lake, man. Lake is drawing. He's a student at SUNY Oneonta. He's a senior. He's an art student. I've been friends with him for about 2 years now. And Yeah, dude, he's been doing a lot of shit for me. He did the merch, he did the album art, he's doing the upcoming artwork for the new single. He's just
it's really cool. I watched a clip of him, like I guess designing it. I want to say it was really neat, just like watching him put it all together, and it just the way it turned out. It's just. It was honestly kind of beautiful. We actually have it hanging up on our fridge.
Yeah, it's on our fridge right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Yo, wait, before we get into anything else, I got to give you y'all's gifts then, since we're talking.
Okay.
Dude, so
We really appreciate
We
that.
appreciate that, yeah.
yeah, dude. I made the merch for the album.
Oh, that's
so
dope.
I brought a shirt, The Best Is Yet to Come, and also on the hat as well. So
Yo,
I don't know who wants the
fire.
hat, who wants the shirt. I'll bring you one of them too. I'm gonna bring you. I'm gonna hook you up. Don't worry.
That's dope.
I didn't only bring it two in my car this morning, but whoever wants the hat,
That's it. Yeah.
I
The
made
best
the. I
is
screen
yet to
printed the
come.
shirt.
That's available on your page, right?
Yeah,
So hey, if you guys like that, go check him out.
MaxWrightMusic.com is the
TV,
merch
a
store.
We'll have all that
T-shirt out?
stuff in the description as well.
Yeah. So there's this large T-shirt and the hat. So I don't know who wants what, but
Man, that's awesome.
I screen printed the shirts. And
I'm taking the
everything.
hat, Tony.
I'm cool with that. This t-shirt looks dope.
Yeah. So
That's awesome.
yeah, he basically I kind of like stenciled it and then he digitalized it and kind of like filled it out and made it look pretty.
Yo,
So.
that's fire though. That's so sick.
Yeah. Came out super cool.
Yeah, it looks dope.
Yeah.
How difficult was that process as far as like just getting, because you have a site, you have everything, like you're very professional with your merch and everything.
Try to be. It was like I use Bandzoogle. It's like $15 a month, and it's pretty like they kind of have the framework to get it going on there, and and it's not super hard. I probably spend a couple hours making the website and stuff.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I bring the merch to shows and try to sell it. And
Well, I saw the website picture though with you at the anthill, and those are the photographs that Kenshi took, right?
Yeah.
Those pictures. Oh my god! Dude. Honestly, I keep bringing it up, but they look so cool. It looks professional. It looks real professional.
I try, and that's the good part about having friends that are professional in what they do. Having a professional photographer is a good friend. He hooked it up, man. He made it look all nice, and it takes a team, man.
It really does.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm sure you guys know.
We
it's
understand
not just one
it.
of y'all.
Yeah,
A bunch of you guys here doing this shit too. It takes a lot of.
It's important to have good people around you that like see the vision and stuff too. So they
you don't want to
believe
be
in
an
you and what's going
island.
on.
You want to like be a community and growing. And
and honestly, we bring on guests all the time, and we always find connections through them, and they find connections through us, and it's honestly it's real like. It's just a nice, like, you're part of the team kind of thing.
Yeah,
you
like everyone's just in the community now, and it's really awesome.
It's like got to be a family, dude.
Yeah.
All gotta support each
That's
other
exactly what it is. We really kind of broke into the scene, and it was really cool. So we've gotten to meet a lot of cool people. It's been really dope.
Yeah, I love that. I'm gonna definitely have some people to introduce y'all to.
Nice.
Keep the web growing.
But the merch is sick, dude.
Thank you.
I saw a promotional video for some Stoniana merch too, I think. And it was one where you were pretending like there was an animal or something, like in the and I'm like watching this, like we're actually in this room. I think we're all like watching this, like, dude, what? Like I thought you were about to pull a squirrel out or something. And then they're like, come here, little guy. Come here. Boom, new merch out now. And I'm like, dude, that was like, you have a couple of good promotional videos.
That was all my boss's idea.
Yeah?
He'd been seeing that trend go around, and he was like, I don't want to be on camera. Like, he likes to be behind the scenes, you know? And I was like, well, I'm always on camera for my music or skating and shit. I'll do it. And that video got like 10,000 views and like 600 likes and like fucking 5 hours or some shit. It was like the most viral thing we posted in like months.
Yeah, you're very comfortable in front of the camera. Like you don't have any type of like, I don't know, nervous jitters or anything. Like
Anxiety,
you definitely have no problem being in front of the camera.
I try. I'm just kind of like a talkative person to begin with. I'm an only child. Grew up with like basically just my mom mostly, like living with her. Like my parents were divorced. I seen my dad was in the picture, but like it was me and my mom a lot, and she had some anxiety. So as a little kid, we go to restaurants and she would like have me order food. And, and then also like she worked a lot. My dad worked a lot. I didn't have any siblings. Even like when they were together before they split and stuff, it was like just me, just having to like talk to people when I was out, and like when my parents split, I moved to the city with my mom, and we lived like in an apartment complex, and she would be gone. She was like worked retail, like as a manager of American Eagle. So she was working like 60 hours a week at American Eagle.
Wow.
And after my school was like walking distance. So I would just be kind of like chilling in this apartment complex after school and by myself a lot. And I would just like go talk to people. And like, I was hanging out with people that were like, and like seniors in high school in the apartment complex, and people that were my age, like older siblings of people. And I just had to be like a talkative person to like be able to like have people to talk to. You know? So
that kind of
made me
a lot of people would be like be secluded in that kind of area. So it's a nice little trait.
You did the opposite. You're like, oh, I'm all alone. Let me go find some people to hang out with.
Like,
that's cool.
Like, and like when I was younger in middle school and shit, I was like bullied a lot initially. Like I moved schools a lot too, was a big thing. I moved to schools in 6th grade, then I moved schools in 8th grade. And like when you move around that time, like 12, 13 years old, like there's a lot of like fucking people going, like a lot of like negative charged energy. People are toxic in middle school.
Yeah.
And I was like bullied a lot for being the new kid, and I was fat, and I would wear like random crazy shit. Like I didn't give a fuck back then either. And I wasn't the kid to like put my head down when I got bullied. I was like, I'm gonna double down on these people. Like, they're making fun of like
this is about to be 8 Mile up in this bitch.
Like you
guys aren't ready.
They make fun of my shirt. Like, all right, then I'm gonna wear fucking this same shirt and some pants for them to make fun of tomorrow, and some fucking donut shoes, and I'm gonna fucking slick my hair back with gel just so they have some more shit. Like, fucking make fun of me. Like, I would just like, and I would come at him like, what's up? Like, what are you gonna say about me today? Like. I just would always like double down. Double down. And eventually it worked. Like
I mean, I'm sure after a while they're like, "Holy shit, dude, I can't with this kid anymore."
Like, let's just be friends with him. That's kind of how it went.
It's easier to be friends with this guy. I can't do this anymore.
So
that's funny. That's really interesting.
Kind of been like that. It's always just been in me to just be like, I don't know, energetic.
Yeah, I mean, you do really well, and you're pretty big on TikTok too. You got a few thousand followers on TikTok as well.
It's funny because I just recently got like on the TikTok grind for music, and all those most like I would say 99% of those followers was during COVID. I started a story time channel.
I was about to bring that up. I went into the archives a little bit.
You were looking back on it.
I was checking it out. You were doing this like a crazy story from my life like once a week, like, and it was honestly I was listening to some of them like these are insane. Like some of them were pretty nuts. I was like, holy shit.
They'd be like 20-part stories.
Yeah, dude, part fucking 9 of like a 30-part series. I'm like, no way.
I had the whole thing down at the beginning, like, what's going on, guys?
Yeah, dude.
I don't condone the use of illegal substances.
Yes, you did. Every time I was like, dude, this is content creator. Like you could tell this guy's gonna be doing this type of stuff forever. He's gonna be in front of the camera getting it done.
All during the lockdown, I was grinding that, and it started to go like a bit viral. I had one in particular, one TikTok get like 400,000 views and like 80,000 likes. It was a story about on the homecoming dance in high school. All my friends got busted with alcohol, but I decided to take mushrooms instead, and I got pulled out of the dance, and they breathalyzed me. My pupils were probably like fucking huge. I was tripping like crazy, and I didn't get in trouble because like you can't prove like somebody's on psychedelics unless they say they are. And so I was like, yeah, I'll blow the breathalyzer, like I'll do whatever. And all my friends, of course, got suspended and shit.
Yeah, but you were clean, dude. You didn't blow any. You blew O's. So
they sent me straight back to the dance.
Yeah, I actually saw that one. You said they called your parents and everything too.
My mom came up to the school.
Yeah, it was her anniversary or something. She was like in the hotel across the fucking street.
Her, my stepdad, it was their like 5th anniversary for their wedding or whatever.
Oh, dude, I bet she was pissed.
She was pissed. But then it was like I didn't tell her I was on shrooms. She found out I was sober, and she was mad at my friends probably for doing that shit and me being with them. But
you're like, I would, Mom, come on
now. I would never. It was like it was funny because I was like, I know we didn't get yet into the drug talk and stuff. We'll get there, but I was definitely like a degenerate, like most of high school, and I never got fucking written up. Right, I literally like schmoozed my way out of so much shit, or like. My friends got caught like smoking weed, and I was like homesick with the flu or some shit. Like it was always some shit where I never got caught up.
So you just lucked out
in high school. Now after high school, I did get into some shit. I won't lie. It caught up with me eventually, but like my whole high school career, I was literally like the ringleader with drugs. Like I was the one who was like, come on, guys, like, let's try acid. Let's try Xanax. Let's try.
Wait till they see this week's TikTok story.
Don't you know you can snort Adderall too? Like you want to see what happens when you shotgun a Four Loko? Like it was like I was like the pushing my friends like we got to get more fucked up every weekend. Like we gotta push the limits, and I like was the one who never ended up getting caught up with it during that time. I was lucky, but even got caught up, pulled over by the police several times, smoking weed and shit in like rural Texas even. And I always schmoozed my way out of shit back then, dude. I had a lucky streak for a couple of years before shit took a turn.
Yeah, I think I saw that one where you had been pulled over, and I think you were in Texas still, and you were talking about how you basically were like convincing the cop that he was profiling you because you had long hair.
Yeah, dude, you should have seen me back then. Dude, I had hair down to like my shoulders, like nice fucking locks, and I wore like John Lennon glasses, and floral shirts with my chest.
Oh yeah,
out.
I would have pulled you over too.
And like I was fucking driving. Like I said, my parents were divorced, and my dad lived like 2-3 hours like south of Austin. So we were driving through all these rural little towns, and weed like was super illegal back then, especially in Texas. I didn't give a fuck, dude. I was like fucking smoking a joint, going like 80 miles an hour, like a 55.
Dude, what?
I come off the ramp going like 30 over. Cops waiting right there, fucking hard ass, like old like country sheriff.
Yeah.
And I literally just put a joint out and like fucking put that shit under my car seat. And I have like a fucking ounce of weed, like 3 bongs in my backpack, probably like a pack of Xanax. Like who knows? I had all kinds of shit back then, bro. Who knows, dude? Like definitely like a felony amount of shit in the car. And right away he's like, I roll down the window. What's going on, officer? He's like, you got any drugs or weapons in the car today, son? Like I'm like, no sir. I'm just heading home from my dad's house. Like my parents are divorced, whatever. Like I'm a high school student. And he was like, all right, well, I pulled you over. You're going like 30 miles an hour in a 50 or 30 miles over in a 55. You're going 80, whatever, yada, yada. Okay. So he goes to his car. He's bringing back that speeding ticket. And then he like sniffs again. He's like, you sure you don't got any drugs in the car, son? Maybe if I looked in that backpack over there, would I find anything? Like literally pointing in the backpack that I have all these drugs and like shit in. And I'm like starting to sweat, dude. I'm like looking ahead. I'm thinking like, holy fuck. I'm like literally about to graduate high school. I'm like, I'm not going to graduate high school. I'm literally going to go to jail. I'm going to get a fucking felony. I'm going to get my fucking car, man, fucking repoed and shit. Like everything's going to go bad. Like my life's over. And then I'm like, well, I just got to like double down on him. Like clearly like he could get a drug dog over here. So I'm like, he even mentioned like we could get a dog unit over here if you're not going to be honest with me. And like I kind of did that whole reverse psychology where I was like, officer, I was like, I'm a high school student. I'm about to graduate. I literally just got into college. Like, you think I would throw my life away with drugs? I was like, I think you're just profiling me because I'm listening to the Beatles and I like dressing like I'm John Lennon. I just like I like that old school music, but I'm not into all that dope smoking and stuff. And I like really went hard at him, and he was like, all right, no. Like, I see, like you're going to college, like. You're on the straight and narrow, like, all right, like, here's your speeding ticket, come to court, but you have a nice day. He like pushed me along. I was like, dude, you talk about like the biggest relief of your life.
Oh, yeah,
bro.
dude.
Like, I thought my shit was over, bro.
I hate getting pulled. I'm a nervous guy when I get pulled over. I'm not very, I'm not super calm with it either. Myself, I wouldn't have been able to pull out some shit like that. I would have been like, God fucking damn it, I'm going to jail.
What drugs? No, I just kind of went into like autopilot, honestly. Like when I think back about it, like I don't know how I would do it now. Like I feel like I just like had to. Like,
I mean, you can't pull that high school card anymore.
No, where do you work, Stony Anta?
Oh yeah, just wearing this right here.
The good news is I don't think my boss would care if I got called weed these days, but
yeah, I think it's pretty safe now. So
I definitely got lucky back then. I'll tell one more little police story. Was like me and my buddy, I had just gotten my license. I was 16 years old. Like literally, this was like the weekend after I got my license. And me and my buddy, like I had my pickup truck, like my new pickup truck. We drove to like a parking garage, and because we like couldn't smoke weed at home because our parents. We get super fucking stoned hotboxing my car in this parking garage. It's like midnight. And we're like, yo, let's go to Wendy's, dude. So we drive over to Wendy's. It's like, like we finally can drive. We're like, oh, we can go to Wendy's when we're high now. We don't get to like look through our parents' fridge and shit. So we go, we get like fucking 4 Baconators, all this shit. We look like Cheech and Chong, bro. Like looking stoned as fuck. We pull out of the Wendy's drive-through to go home and eat it. Literally, I'm driving for like 60 seconds. We see the fucking red and blue lights behind me. I'm like, holy fuck. Like, we literally, this is our first time like driving high, much less like ever getting pulled over. First time driving by myself. I pull over. I'm like trying to think what you're supposed to do. I have the fucking music blaring still when I roll the window down. Already, he's like, you got to turn that off when you get pulled over. I'm like, oh, fuck. He already not going to like me. And he's like, do you know why I pulled you over tonight, fellas? I was like, no, sir, I don't know why. What's going on? And he's like, you were driving without your headlights on. He goes, I don't know if you know, but that's the first sign of intoxication. And then there's like this long pause. And I'm like, oh, we're fucked. And then he literally tells me, it's a good thing you boys aren't intoxicated tonight. My friend is even like, my friend's like a quiet guy. He's literally looking down. Like, I can see the sweat on him. He's just like, he's not saying shit, dude. And I'm just like, all right, I got to kick it in. He's like, no, sir, we're not intoxicated. He was like, y'all are just some good old boys getting some dinner, right? Like, yeah, we're just getting some food. We were hungry. and I tell him, I'm like, well, you know what it was, officer? I just got my license last week. You can literally see on there. And I tell him, the car that I did the driver's test and the driver's ed in had automatic headlights. He goes, I was like, I just got this pickup truck for my 16th birthday. It's an older pickup truck. And I was like, I never knew that cars had manual headlights like this. So I'm just getting used to it. And I showed him like, you got to flick the headlights on. And that was partially true. Like I was not used to clicking them on. And he let me go like just with a warning, dude. Also, same shit, bong in the car, ounce of weed, like... So I got lucky, dude. I schmoozed my way out of a lot of shit when I was younger, for sure.
So you said you got caught though. What was do you want to tell one of those stories or?
Yeah, dude. So my luck definitely did not keep up with me after high school. I did manage to get into college right out of high school. And I went to this little school up in Portland, Oregon, literally across the country. I don't know. It was one of those things where like, I've always been like, I want to get away. I want to go out on my own and see the world and get, I don't know. All my family was from Texas. I grew up my whole life in Texas. And I just want to get away. Like, I'm going to go fucking see the world, do this shit. So I moved to Portland, Oregon to this little college. I was already like mad into drugs at that point. Mad into music and mad into drugs. They're kind of like, I was listening to a lot of music about drugs. So it's kind of, they're fueling each other a little bit. And it wasn't just like weed and alcohol at that point. Like I know I talked about doing shrooms and acid and stuff, which, psychedelics, whatever. But at that point I had really started to like get into like the Xanax and sipping lean and fucking, I would be snorting Adderall or whatever other pills I could get my hands on. Luckily back then it wasn't like the fentanyl days as much yet. So didn't get any like crazy situations like that. But, just started going deeper and deeper into the rabbit hole of getting fucked up and also using that as fuel for my music. Yeah. I don't know why the fuck I went to college. I think it was one of those things. Neither one of my parents had college degrees, and they really wanted to see me do that. And a bunch of my friends were going to college, so I just kind of like, oh, you should do this. Like we didn't do it, and I had seen my dad was working manual like labor, and my mom was working retail her whole life, so they really wanted a different path for me at the time. So I went out there. Immediately, like the first week I'm in college, like everyone's doing orientation, freshman orientation and shit, doing these like little circles. My biggest thing was like, fuck this. I want to go find out who has drugs because I want to sell drugs to make money. So I was like going to all these.
That's a business mindset.
I was trying to lock in. So I was like, let me find all the seniors, like all the older kids. Hey, can you get mushrooms for me? Can you get weed? Okay, cool. I'll buy 2 ounces of weed right now. I'll buy 2 ounces of mushrooms right now. I was like, found a senior that lived off campus. I was always like trying to find older people. Like, can I come fucking cook pot brownies at your house? I'm trying to sell these. I'll give you a percentage of the profit. So literally like the first like 2 months there, I'm literally just finding people who make music and recording with them. And then literally like finding drugs, making pot brownies, like getting as many like freshman Snapchats as possible for orientation and selling them mushrooms, selling them fucking pot brownies, trying to make money, whatever I could do. And then, just not giving a fuck, dude. I wasn't going to class. I would like be lucky to go to class like once or twice a week. I was staying up till 5 a.m. in my fucking dorm, recording music loud as fuck, getting noise complaints. We would fucking be taking Xanax and hotbox. Literally, the fucking second night I was staying in the dorms, my roommate was also, my roommate was an EDM producer. Loved to do drugs and shit with me. I actually shouted to him. His name's Kai Chimura. He goes by the name Chimura, and he's like a fucking full out touring EDM producer now. He played Electric Forest. He's literally on like the festival circuit and shit. Shout out to you, Kai. I haven't talked to him much in the last couple of years because his schedule and shit, but he made that music shit happen like full time now. He's on a label and shit.
Wow. That's really crazy.
Me and him were all about different genres of music for sure, but we were all just about let's make music, get fucked up. He was like getting all kinds of drugs off the internet and shit. And literally our second fucking day in the dorms, bro, we fucking just took a bunch of Xanax and just next thing you know, we're hotboxing, fucking drinking Four Locos, and right away the fucking police are at our dorm room.
Holy shit.
And like he took the alcohol charge, I took the weed charge. We kind of divided up, you know. You know how you get you take that, I'll take this. We split up the shit, and we were both of us are on like probation with the school and shit. We got to be on the straight and narrow. Literally 2 weeks later, I took Xanax again. Fucking did the same. We did the same shit. Then we're like, really, like at this point, the fucking officers know me by name when they see me on campus because like 2 or 3 times I've gotten caught and I'm on my final strike. So I'm like really trying to like keep it on the straight and narrow at that point. But also during that time, I'm just getting more of a degenerate. Some of my friends introduced me to ketamine, which I don't know if you guys have done ketamine. It's a horse tranquilizer.
No.
If people ask me what it's like being like really drunk and on acid at the same time. And also you're like in like third party video game mode. And it lasts for like 6 hours.
Playing GTA or fucking
You're like
GTA.
GTA in real life,
Wow.
dude. Definitely.
That's how they would sell it to me for sure.
Yeah.
They're like, dude, it's like, I'm like, okay.
It's fucked
GTA
up.
real life.
It's not that bad. Well, it can be bad for you. You don't want to do it. Like I started doing it every day, and you fucking snort. I would snort it. And they have like ketamine clinics. It's good for like people with depression, and they will like do like actual like they give it to you every 3 weeks in a little pill, and they do therapy with you.
You were like, that. Fuck that.
I was chopping that shit, railing it. Then we'd fucking get drunk and then rail some other shit. And I was doing that every day. And it would make you feel like super fucking manic and creative, which was dope. I was making the most music I ever did. And then I was making like 5 songs a fucking day. Back then, like you can go on my SoundCloud from back then. I have like fucking this album called the Wrath of Grapes. I don't even know why I named it that. Literally, I had read the Grapes.
That was
of
the
Wrath
ketamine talking on that one.
It's like an 18-song project, and it's just fucking me, like literally going through a manic episode. And but I thought it was dope as fuck. And I was playing a lot of shows around Portland too at the time. I had created a collective. We were called the Soldiers of Peace. There was like 10 of us.
Nice.
We were a lot of dope people in it. A lot of dope producers, like my roommate. A lot of dope rappers, singers. We had everybody. And we would do shows like every week in this little bar in downtown Portland. But I was like really staying on the straight and narrow as far as like I knew I was on probation, one more strike, and I was like out of there and gonna get sent back home to Texas. And I was doing my best to do drugs off campus. Then literally I made it to fucking winter break. I literally had like a fucking 1.0 GPA, like the lowest you could get without getting kicked out. And I was just scooting by. Made it back for the second semester, telling my parents and shit, well, I'm gonna get back on track. Don't worry, I'm ready. Literally like 1 month in, we're literally having like a late night studio session in my dorm room, just recording music. We get a noise complaint. Apparently a noise complaint could count as a final strike for me. And at that point, the school kind of wanted me out because I had been such a fuck up, and they knew I had sold drugs, done a bunch of drugs, just a bunch of bullshit. They were ready for me to get out of there. And yeah, basically my roommate tried to take the noise complaint. They weren't having it. I even wrote this long letter to them, and they were like, "No, you got to get out of here. You're expelled from the school."
Wow. So they didn't even get you as anything like crazy the last
time.
time.
It turned to being some bullshit.
Wow.
But then like. I did lead up doing like 3 or 4
they
like,
didn't
drug charges.
Yeah.
So I had to be out there. Like you got to be out in 48 hours. I had to pack all my
they give you
shit
2
up.
days. That's kind of crazy.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Me being me at the time, I was still on this manic episode doing ketamine. I was still like, literally, my whole concern was like, how am I going to get all my drugs home? I was like fucking chopping up the ketamine, dissolving it in little eucalyptus essential oils bottles, and then filling it with water and measuring out like on the scale how much was in each bottle, putting that shit in my carry-on. And before going back to Texas, at the time, I was like, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fly. Basically, at the time, my stepdad had just started like a t-shirt printing business in our garage, and he was starting to get it going. It was like a DTG printing, the special machine. And you had to get training from the supplier of the machine to actually do that printing. So like I told my family, like, I'm going to come work for my stepdad. I'll do all the printing for him. I'll fly to LA on my way back to Texas and do the training. It was like a 1-day training. So I booked myself to go for like 4 days because I had 2 of my best friends from high school were going to college in LA, at UCLA. So I fucking fly down to UCLA literally the day after I get expelled. And right away, they were like in this like frat. I was never into that life, but I was like, I'm just here to party. Like, let's just keep the party going. Like, that's how much I didn't care, bro. Like, my mind was so twisted at the time from the drugs. It was like, let's go fucking straight into this shit, dude. So I got to their frat house. I pull out all these vials of ketamine. And I was like, you guys ever done ketamine? Oh, what the fuck
He's
is
like,
that?
that's eucalyptus. What are you talking about?
I literally, my homies, some of their frat house members, everybody. I'm like, everybody lean back. I'm like fucking squirting like eucalyptus ketamine essential oil in their noses. They have this big party. Literally that night, I lost my shoes and my shirt. I don't even remember. Like, dude, we were going hard as fuck in the middle of downtown LA.
Wow.
I was walking around down in Hollywood, fucking barefoot on a fucking ketamine bender with my friends. It was fucking awesome fucking time. Like, I think it was. I don't remember it that well. But it was like fucking crazy. You staying up all night. And I thought it was a good time. Apparently the next morning, the frat house president like called my homie who was in the frat and was like, hey, dude, I don't know if we can have this dude around long term because like he's bringing some like hard drugs into the frat house. Like that was a little too wild last night.
They're like, this guy likes to fucking party. Get him out of here.
This guy's a little fucking too crazy. Even at the end of that, I did the training and shit. But at the end, before I was gonna fly home, even my friends, my homies sat me down and they were like, dude, I think you're like going down a bad path, dude. Like
You're like, I just did the training. What are you talking about?
They're like, you got to get off these drugs, bro. You just got kicked out of school. Like, we can tell, like, you're not in the right, you're in like a bad headspace. Like, you got to get off this. And I was literally told him, I was like, fuck you guys. Like, they were being such genuine, supportive friends. And I'm still like best friends with these guys to this day. Like, they're real ones. Like, but I was literally like, fuck y'all, like y'all just don't want to see my dreams come true. And I was like, y'all are just caught up in the rat race of college and shit. Yeah. So like I went back home, was working for my stepdad, still like every night just getting just as fucked up. Literally I would be like, at that point, dude, I would drink like a fucking 6 to 12 pack of beer, a bottle of wine just on my own every night, like by myself.
Oh, wow.
And I would be smoking like 12 bowls of weed a day. I was starting to take like, I was still taking ketamine like every other day. I'd be taking Adderall in the mornings, like taking whatever pills I could get, some different opiates and shit. And at that point, I was definitely spiraling pretty hard, but I was trying to keep it contained. I would just work with my stepdad during the day and like they really wouldn't see me at night and shit. Mm-hmm. They really didn't know what was going on. And then around that time, I fucking found this like 45-year-old like MILF lady on Tinder.
Nice.
And she invited me to come live with her.
Dude, what?
She was crazy. I didn't know at the time, but she was real fucking crazy. She invites me to come live with her.
And how old were you at this time?
18.
Oh my.
Holy
fuck. Holy shit.
Okay. And I'm like, fuck yeah, that sounds sick. I mean, yeah. A 45-year-old woman. Like, then I can do as much drugs as I want over there. I don't even have to hide it from my parents at all. So like I went over there. Literally just like, I don't even remember. I just kind of like ghosted my stepdad. Like I was a shitty person, dude. Like I stopped working with him just randomly. I like ghosted him and just fucking lived with this woman for like a week. Like at her house. Like she didn't have a job. She just had this big ass house in this like town outside of Austin. She's literally like to make money having randos like sleep in her guest rooms and like pay her. Like no like lease agreement, like come and go shit. Like the house is a mess. She's taking pills every morning. Like just crazy, absolutely crazy. But I was like, oh, well, like she's like a hot 45-year-old woman. She has like fake boobs. Like she thinks I'm hot for some reason. An 18-year-old. Like literally, I'm just there for like a week straight, like doing drugs and like having sex with her. And
and you're like, let's fucking go.
Just on another bender. And it's going cool until like one night we're like in bed and she's just like, I feel a presence in the room. And I'm like, what? She was like, I think there's demons in the room. And I'm like, what? Yeah, like I didn't tell you, but ever since I didn't tell you, but ever since I was abducted by aliens, ever since I was abducted by aliens as a little girl in Alaska, I can feel like when demons and evil spirits are
Holy shit.
And then I started to think, oh my God, she's fucking crazy. Oh fuck, what am I gonna do? I gotta get the fuck out of here. But like, it's one of those situations where you don't want to just like dip right away because you don't want her to like stab
crazy.
you or something. Yeah. And then like I'm like trying to like ease out of it. And around that time, in the beginning, mind you, she had told me she can't get pregnant. This is a big part of the story. She told me she can't get pregnant. She has like some disease or something.
Yeah.
Well, she had like 5 kids with 3 baby daddies also.
Were they there at the house?
No.
Okay.
One of them was
You're just playing stepdad and all of them at 18.
Some of her kids were older than me at the time, and some she had lost custody of that were still minors. So it was just her. Also, a lot of red flags going on. I'm not gonna lie. Like, when you're like 18 and like on a ketamine bender for 2 months, like you don't really pay attention to this type of shit. And yeah, so she tells me she can't get pregnant. Don't worry. Like I already had a bunch of kids. My tubes are tied or whatever. I have this endometriosis. I don't know, whatever it is. Okay, so we're having unprotected sex for like a week. Like I'm not, not to get too graphic. I'm not like, and I'm just like, whatever. I'm on a bender. Drugs will do crazy shit to you. And this final night I'm there, we're laying in bed again. I'm already paranoid from the shit she's been telling me. And to fucking the cherry on top is she tells me, she goes, I want to have your child. And I was like, what? I thought you can't get pregnant. She was like, well, I haven't been completely honest with you. I still can't have kids. And God gave me a message this morning that you're supposed to impregnate me and give me a child. I think we're soulmates.
Shit, dude.
And he's sending us a child that's
Oh
gonna
my
be like basically like from God.
Jesus.
Literally, like you thought that fucking cop story I told you made my heart sing, dude. My heart was literally in like fucking like dropped all the way like through the fucking ground, dude. I was fucking speechless. This was like right before we're going to bed too. I literally
You like
sat
can't
there
sleep, obviously,
fucking
yeah.
staring at the ceiling all night. And she's like sleeping peacefully, like, yes, like I'm gonna have his baby, hopefully. Literally, I spent the next like 24 hours or like whatever, the whole next day, like convincing her, like, I still want to be with you. I think we're soulmates, but like, I don't have a job right now. You don't have a job right now. Like, we gotta like figure this shit out. Like, yeah, like I had to lie to her, like, yeah, like I'll have kids with you. Like we should definitely have kids, but I don't think it's the right time. Like you should definitely take a plan B right now. And then we'll come up with plan C after you take plan B. And after like fucking 10 hours of that, I convinced her and she took a plan B. As soon as I saw it go down, boom, I was out the door. I was like, hey, I haven't seen my mom and stepdad in like a week. They're probably worried about me. I need to go do laundry and shit. I'll come back like tomorrow. And like, all right, she took the plan B. Like, I don't know how I managed to get that work. I get all that to like work out the way it did, but I made it home. I'm literally like having like fucking panic attacks like the whole way home. Like, oh my God. Like, cause I don't know if it's gonna work. Who knows? Like, it's so much could go wrong. And literally I got home for the next week, like apologized to my parents, like really apologized to my stepdad because I just left him hanging.
Yeah.
Luckily, I had fucking forgiving people in my life, dude, because I was a piece of shit. Yeah. And literally kind of started trying to get back on the same thing, same flow, just working for my stepdad, doing drugs. And the weird part about after that moment, the drugs were not having the same effect anymore of me feeling good. Every time I would get high, even smoking weed, I would just go get sent into a panic attack. And it just kept happening. I was just like, every time I was getting high, like I would start disassociating. I would start having a panic attack. I would just literally start to feel like I was going crazy. And I think it was all the stress of everything that had happened in the last few months. It was also literally like, you can only do hard drugs over and over so many times until your mind starts to slip. I don't care who you are. I don't know how like how like much willpower you have over your mind. Like when you're going literally now at this point, I'm like doing hard drugs every day for like 6 months straight, and we're like mixing 5 different drugs like every day. It's gonna catch up with you. And it was literally coming up to, it was about to be 420, and I remember I come clean to my mom because like I was having so many panic attacks at that point. I come clean to my family. I told them everything that happened with doing all the drugs. I told them about the woman. I literally was like crying to my mom, like I don't know what to do. Like I'm in a bad place. I want to get sober. This was like on like April like 15th, and I told her like I want to get sober. Like I don't know. I can't be at this point in my life anymore. And she was very supportive. My mom and my family, they were very supportive. Like there was not a lot of judgment. And then I was like, but I don't want to get sober until 420.
I was wondering if that's what after 420, Mom.
So my mom kind of, she smokes and shit. So she was like, all right, yeah, let's chill. Like, I got you. So 420 came around. I had one last hurrah. At that point, I was being more transparent with my family. I did take a Xanax that night too, and they didn't know. And then like hilarious, my mom and them had gone out somewhere, and they come home. And like I barred out, smoked like probably like 5 joints. I found a video of me smoking like fucking 5 at a time. I was like really trying to like go to last hurrah. It's funny because at that point weed wasn't helping me; it was making me have panic attacks. So that's kind of also why I took the Xanax with it.
Yeah.
They find me barred out, like on the fucking floor on my back, fully clothed, this knocked out, with like fucking like 3 orders of Uber Eats around me, like all of them with like 1 bite of food out of it. And basically the next morning I kept my. Actually, fuck no. I think 3 days later, finally, I went sober because my sobriety date for all this shit was like April 23rd. So I made it through that weekend. It was somewhere on the 420 weekend this happened.
Yeah.
And literally April 23rd came around, and I got totally sober. Went cold turkey. I didn't go to a rehab or nothing. Was literally just like trying to go on my own. Literally not sleeping for like, I think I was like not sleeping for 6 or 7 days.
Wow.
I was not sleeping, and I was at the whole time I was trying to get into therapy. I was trying to find a psychiatrist to help me. Like literally there was like wait lists everywhere to get into those places. So I wasn't able to get in anywhere to actually get help. I didn't know any rehabs in the area. I'm doing this shit on my own, having the cold sweats. I get to the point where I didn't sleep for so long, and having so many panic attacks that I went into like a psychotic episode where I literally was having auditory hallucinations, super paranoid, literally like full on like psychosis, to the point where I like went to my mom and I was like, this is like, I went to my family again and I was like, this is really, really bad. Like it was to the point where like the psychosis and all of it was getting so bad. I was like having like suicidal thoughts constantly. Cause I was like, oh my God, like it's so scary to be like hearing shit that's not there, being super paranoid. It's like no quality of life. I couldn't even enjoy, I would try to watch TV. You can't enjoy TV because like you're literally hearing voices and shit. Like it was like the worst rock bottom experience in my life. Like I wouldn't wish it upon anybody. Like I see people that have like schizophrenia on the street now, and I'm like, I feel so bad for these people. Like it's like so like it's hard to explain how bad of a feeling it is. And I was literally to the point where I was like planning out like if I can't get into a place to get help for this, or I can't if I'm not going to sleep soon and like get out of this psychotic episode, I was literally like starting to plan my own like basically like suicide. Like I was like,
shit.
I was like, what am I gonna do? Like I could gather up like this amount of pills, or I could jump off this. Like literally, I was having like I could like that. That was the only solace I had was like I could like take my own life because like I'm not gonna like get into. My fear was like I'm not gonna like get into a full psychotic episode and like hurt somebody around me. Because I was like having like fucking anxiety attacks about like what if I hurt somebody because I like hallucinate something. I was like so terrified. Like I'd rather take my own life than hurt somebody else. And I literally was like, it was either I was gonna like take my own life or just come clean about it. And I literally like I have one more chance. I came clean to my family, like my mom and my stepdad and my grandma and some people. And like literally that day, my mom found we ended up finding like a outpatient program, outpatient mental hospital in downtown Austin, Texas. It was like a state funded place. Anybody could go. You don't need insurance. And she drove me down there and dropped me off. And it wasn't like a place you stay overnight, but you would go there for like 12 hours a day. And I go in there, got checked in. The first day I was able to get into like see a psychiatrist, told him what was going on. He prescribed me like some sleeping pill, like some type of like whatever, like mental health medication, whatever it is, psychiatric medication. Instantly, I took that night and slept for like 14 hours. Had the craziest dreams ever. You don't sleep for like fucking week. You know, you don't smoke weed for a while, you have crazy dreams. And then you don't fucking sleep for a week, you have real fucking crazy dreams. And especially the side effects on that medication and shit was also like that. So I had this, literally slept for like 14 hours, woke up, literally like in a daze, but like all of the psychosis was gone with overnight. Literally, like I wasn't hallucinating anymore. The panic attacks had subsided at least like a percentage, where I wasn't immediately waking up in like sweats and fucking freaking out. And then I ended up just going to that outpatient program for fucking 8 weeks, Monday through Friday. It was like fucking 9 to 5 or something, or like, no, even early, like 7 to 5. It was like 10 hours a day. And it was literally with like, it wasn't like these, like, I had people I know that would go to like fancy rehabs. This wasn't a fancy rehab. This was
fancy rehab.
So what's
like,
a fancy rehab?
Like, I know people go to like $10,000 a month rehab, and they would put fucking sensors on your brain, and you play Tetris, and then you go to the fucking spa for the rest of the day. This was not that. This was with like half the people were fucking homeless there for a free meal. I was with like people in the corner fucking like talking to themselves, and fucking people who literally had been on the street for like 2 years and were just there to collect like a little, they would give us like a sandwich a day or whatever it was to feed us. Fucking dude that was on a court case that had Mama Tried tattooed on his forehead. He was on fucking murder trial because he fucking stabbed someone when he was like...
Did you ask? How'd you figure that out? Did you go talk to that guy?
About it. He's like, yeah, I was on fucking meth and LSD at the same time, and I hallucinated and stabbed my roommate. And like, but luckily I have fucking schizophrenia, so like they put me here instead of jail. Like I'm on
luckily
trial. I'm a fucking crack baby. I was like raped by my fucking dad. Like I was in
Holy
fucking
shit.
I was in fucking degenerate motherfuckers that really had like bottom of the most bottom of the barrel people that society had just like discarded to the fucking edge of the world, basically. And I was an 18-year-old kid, like, who still had like a support system of friends and family, and
your whole life ahead of you.
The whole
you know
life
what
ahead
I mean?
of me.
Like,
And it was like a beautiful thing to be with these bottom of the barrel people, because like they're still people too, and they were like really, really like the most supportive people of me, these people, because they like maybe seen in me like, oh my God, you're 18 and like you're like having this revelation to like get your life back on track so early. They're like, oh my God, like we wish, like, because the youngest person besides me there was like 32.
oh wow.
So they were like, oh my God, like they were all like, we're gonna help you. Like they were all so supportive of me, because they're like, you're out of anybody here, like you can get your life back on track, like you could do this.
Your life's just started, so yeah.
And that place helped me so fucking much. That, and I have a friend, I'll shout him out, dude. His name's Robert, Ziggy. He goes by Ziggy because he looks like fucking, he has like dreads down to his fucking waist.
Nice.
They call him like Ziggy Marley or whatever.
Yeah.
That dude, I'm still good friends with him. One of my best friends like that I ever had. He fucking every day, like he knew I was struggling, and he used to do a lot of shit with me. And every day when I would get out of that place, me and him would go, and literally it was in Texas in the summer, 110 degrees outside, and me and him would literally go fucking play basketball together for like fucking 4 hours a night, just because I needed something. I would literally go to fucking this outpatient place with all these people, and then I would go play basketball with him for like 4 hours, and then at night I would just like record music again. I was like, I was having to relearn how to make music at the time though, because like all my music was drug fueled, and now it's like, let me make music about what I went through instead of just making music about doing drugs, you know? So that was like a crazy time.
Is there like a point where like you had your last song that you made with like, you know, on drugs, and then you had like the next song was just without that?
Yeah, it's on the SoundCloud.
You could really just feel the difference between the two.
You could see it. The subject matter, everything. Like the music when I was taking a lot of drugs, like I said, was very manic, very like me using these like crazy voices and acting wild on the mic. And then not that I won't like use my voice as an instrument afterwards, but the next one, it was literally called like Scary Faces in Dark Places, was the EP I dropped like right after, like maybe 2 months after getting clean. And it was like a little 7-song EP, but it was really just like really emotionally charged. I wouldn't say it was like craft wise, like it wasn't like exceptional records on there, but it was like very, very like the first time I'm really spilling my fucking guts out and like just being super raw, I would say, about what was going on at the time. I have a music video from back then even. It was called like Summer Night Therapy. And my stepbrother had just gotten into film and it was his first time making a music video. And he like, I was doing a lot of good shit, fun shit back then because I was like trying to relearn. You have to relearn how to live when you like been doing drugs. Like literally from the age of like 14, 15, I was fucked up like all the time. And then I'm 18 now and I'm like, it was fun though to like be sober then and like relearn how to like live life. Everything was fresh. Yeah, everything was fucking fresh again. It was like really relearning how to live. Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's kind of wild.
That hits hard. What would you say to people who are struggling with drugs? Like how would you, how would you put it? You see people, I'm sure, on drugs and doing drugs all the time still probably. So what would you say to people like that,
I would say it depends on the situation for sure, because some people do have like a genetic disposition to like alcoholism, whatever it may be. For me personally, mine was always, it was a mental health issue at the core, a lot of masking of my emotions. Like I went through a lot of shit when I was younger, like from my parents getting split to literally like my stepbrother dying in like a tragic accident. When I was like
you wrote a song about that too, didn't you?
Yeah, most recently. Even when I was like 4 years old, I had a lot of trauma when I was like 4 years old, like my first dog that I got, this golden retriever, literally I took it on a walk with my dad. It slipped off the leash and I seen my dog get fucking like split in half by a fucking pickup truck in front of me. I was like 4 years old. Then when I'm like fucking 7, my parents get divorced. I'm like 10, my dad basically got remarried, reengaged. I'm like living with them at that point, like on the weekends and shit for like 2 years. And my stepbrother died in like a tragic accident at 17 that basically like the closest at that point it was the closest thing I had to like siblings and shit. And he fucking dies and just so much shit happened that I just masked. And then I moved like fucking 10 times with my mom, getting different jobs and moving with her and then getting bullied and just keep pushing my shit back. And then literally like the first time I like was accepted by my peers was from smoking weed and being the drug kid. So I went from like the fucking kid that was getting bullied and had all this trauma to just being like the fucked up drug kid. That's what I was known for. But like, oh yeah, he'll always be down to do drugs, this, that. Like that's kind of how like. So I don't know. I just like transitioned. Like it was bad. It was just like all of my mental. I never saw a therapist about anything. Like, but that's just the way it was. Like now therapy is more accepted. Back then, like my parents didn't even think to put me in therapy when they got divorced or when my fucking stepbrother died or whatever it was. Yeah. I remember I didn't even talk about my stepbrother dying until I was like 17 and I was in this like theology type class and we had to write a story from our past and I just like it was like some emotionally charged thing and I was like, oh, I'm gonna write about my stepbrother dying. I never really talked about it and like I never like even like I cried when it happened a lot and then just kind of blocked it out and then this is literally fucking 7-8 years later and I get up in front of my class to like speak my essay or whatever and I just fucking lost it. Just fucking lost it in front of everybody. And everybody was like, what the fuck? Like they didn't even know that happened to me. Yeah. But then again, like I just pushed it straight back. You just bottle shit up. And I remember like after going clean and talking to a therapist for the first time, I probably the first like 3-4 times I was sobbing for like hours about all the shit that I had been through that I never even thought to talk about. And that was just always masked with drugs. So I would say like, if you're struggling with drugs, you got to like do an analysis of the situation, and be like, what is happening at my core? Do I have a bunch of shit that I'm just not dealing with and I'm just keep putting it off? And that's where this need and want to like do drugs and get fucked up all the time is. I think it's assessing because I do, like I said, I know people have a genetic disposition to addiction and those people, they need to totally like go to rehab and do a 12-step program. Yeah. I know people like that. But for me, it was like, I never went to rehab. I never talked to anybody. I never talked to an addiction specialist. I was sober totally from everything for 5 years. I'm 7.5 years sober from alcohol, pills, all the hard shit. 2 years ago, I started like recreationally, occasionally partaking in like low doses of like weed and mushrooms and psychedelics. Yeah. And stuff.
What made you fall back into that?
It was
not
like
necessarily before, but
it was like I had gone to therapy so much, and I had really gotten my life back on track during COVID. Even because when I got sober, it was never like, oh, like you're getting sober off everything forever. You have a horrible addiction.
Yeah, like someone that needs to stay sober, or else they'll immediately go right back down.
At the time, it was like, oh my God, like you're just spiraling and you need to make a change because you're spiraling and you're going to either be dead or in jail if you don't quit at the time. And it was kind of just a spur of the moment thing. So I just kept with it for as long as it felt comfortable. I went back to school during COVID. I got my degree online just because like my family, like I said, my parents always wanted me to get a college degree. And I did it online during COVID. It was a nice time to do it. It saved money. And also like I hit it hard I was able to work still, you know, while doing that. And I'd gotten my college degree and just I felt in a good place. And it was like, I'm like, well, I'm not going to get back on fucking ketamine and fucking Xanax and fucking opiates and Adderall. Yeah. Like, I'm not going to get back on even alcohol for me. I think about it. Like, I never had a strong alcohol problem, but it's like, do I really want to like be hungover? I know it's not good for my body. Yeah. Like, I'm a very active, busy guy. Like, alcohol is something that's definitely going to slow me down if I go out and drink. For me, it was like, but I can, like, it's not a problem for me to like, smoke a little like weed or take a low dose edible like on a Friday night. Yeah. Like I can still go fucking Saturday and perform and not have any hangover. For me recently, like with mostly just with like psilocybin and like psychedelic mushrooms, I really find that to heal me in a way. Like I never really was big into psychedelics when I did a lot of other drugs. It was a lot of like numbing shit. Yeah. Whereas when I can take psychedelics now, like mushrooms, it really like makes me feel more connected to my spirituality. It really makes me like assess my creativity. It really makes me like.
Do you make music too while you take your psychedelic? Yeah.
I really more recently, I really like to like microdose mushrooms before I perform. I like to microdose mushrooms sometimes, not always, because I don't want to rely on it. Yeah. It's something like I don't like to mix things all the time, like, especially like. As far as music and skating with weed and psychedelic mushrooms or something, but it definitely I feel very, very connected. Like psychedelic mushrooms, weed not so much with the creative stuff as big, but with psychedelic mushrooms, I really can feel like connected to my craft, and I feel myself drawing inspirations from a place that I can't really pinpoint otherwise. And honestly, funny enough, when I met you guys, I was off a microdose.
Really? Cool.
On the way to Kano show, I like took a little piece of the psychedelic mushroom chocolate. I got 2 concerts today. It's gonna be a packed day. I really want to be in the zone. I feel just like I kind of like take a back seat sometimes where I'm just like. I don't know. It's hard to explain unless you have done psychedelics. I don't know if you guys partake or anything in psychedelics, but it's like I really like feel my soul when I do that. And not that I don't like. You see me just like I'm totally sober right now, and I spit my verse off White Lines when I got here, and I feel like in my soul when I write my music. But it takes it to an even another level where I feel like I'm just like.
You're really vibing.
You're almost watching yourself do it. You're like, I know exactly what's going on.
You're one of the you're part of the crowd almost.
Yeah. And it's even funny because like I was going super, super hard on I was going super, super hard with the album all last year. And just really grinding, and I was super locked in, performing, doing the Anthill. Everything is going good. Getting really back because I guess just to really quickly say, like after I got sober and all that stuff, I had moved to New York City. I saved up money working, moved to New York City with a few musicians. We hit music super hard for a year, performing in Brooklyn and Queens. We had a shitty little apartment together. It was like I paid $800 a month to live in Brooklyn. Pretty good. We all worked day jobs.
Wow.
What, even with multiple people, you were paying $800?
Well, yeah. For Brooklyn, not bad. It was 3 of us in a 2-bedroom. So
okay.
Oh, okay.
3 of us in a 2-bedroom, splitting it 3 ways, 800.
800? Okay.
Which is not bad for Brooklyn, let me tell you. We were right 45 minutes on the direct to be in Manhattan and like Lower East Side. But
were you doing a lot of shows at that point?
We were like just mostly getting on our feet with music because we were all young. So here's the fucked up thing. We were all working fucking day jobs. I was literally like doing Uber Eats on a bicycle in fucking New York City, like fucking 8-9 hours a day. I would bike like 20 miles a day, fucking delivering in the fucking projects all over, bro. Like I know all the different hoods in Brooklyn just from fucking biking and doing Uber Eats, bro. But like it was chill, bro. I met a lot of people doing that at the different bodegas everywhere.
That's really cool. Yeah,
it was. I look back on it, it was a beautiful time. It was 2019, and then all of us would be. doing that, working our day jobs, fucking grinding music at night. Really, that's when I was really fucking getting back in the grind of music and knowing how to do it sober now. And we did that for a year. Toward the end of that year, this was 2019, we had just booked our first show in Queens. It was fucking awesome. Everything's going great. Boom, fucking COVID hits.
Oh,
Damn.
My 2 roommates fucking moved back to Boston, and then I'm left alone. I have to find a new apartment. I move in with 4 randos that are all 10, 15 years older than me. I'm fucking 19.
God.
They're all in their 30s. Live in this tiny ass little closet apartment in Bushwick. Fucking lockdown. I decided like right around that time is when I decided to like do online school, get my degree back. Right around then, right before COVID also is when I had met my fiance and shit. Well, she's my fiance now. We were just dating back then.
Yeah.
So basically like got connected in with her and all that shit. We lived together during COVID, like basically like not lived together, but spent all of COVID together. She was doing online school for SUNY Oneonta, freshman and sophomore year basically. And then, but during that time it was hard to do music, like because I had started school again. I couldn't perform. I felt so bummed out because all the people I moved to New York with had left.
Yeah.
It was really hard for me. It was like heartbreaking because music's always been in my fucking soul. Like I always express myself, but I took this like 2-year hiatus. Then when COVID restrictions lifted up, me and her moved back to Oneonta. She had to go back to Oneonta.
Yeah.
She had to start she had to come for her junior, senior year.
Yeah.
I had like only been up here one other time before, right at the beginning of her freshman year. And I was like, fuck it, I don't want to do long distance. Cause her freshman year, her first semester, I was like busing it up here on the weekends and shit.
Yeah.
Damn. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna move up here with her. Basically that's how I could go deep into, that's how the skateboarding club started, all this. But I wasn't doing music for like 4 years, basically 3-4 years. And then basically her last year here, I just started to go through more and more shit. She was moving to go to do her master's. I had just kind of felt settled in the community. We were trying to figure out our relationship and navigate it. Luckily, everything's like beautiful between us now. We got engaged and shit. I'm going to be moving in with her in a few months now, but shit was like getting to a rocky place. We didn't know what was going to happen in the relationship. She was the first person I genuinely have ever like fallen in love with. I was
Not
like,
the MILF? No way.
No,
way,
dude.
I don't believe it.
You're supposed to have her children.
There's lust and love. There's lust and love, you know? But it was like, that was rocky. I had gone through some other loss in my life, family members. Going through, I had finished college and literally couldn't find a job in what I had gone to school for. I was like, literally doing Uber Eats still for fucking months, fucking feeling like a loser because like everyone tells you you're going to go to college and you'll get a job. Well, that's just
not a
the fucking
guarantee
case.
anymore.
I
Yeah.
applied to fucking 1,500 jobs. Didn't hear back from. I got one call back on a remote interview, and they just immediately didn't call me back. Just going into such a deep depression, I was losing some family members, and that's when I reignited with music. At the same time, I had just gotten the job at Oneonta, like part-time, and I was friends with the owner, so he just like kind of went out on a whim to help me get some more money and income coming in.
Yeah.
Eventually that would transition to what I'm doing for him now, but yeah, I was at such a fucking another like depressive point in my life though, of just this kind of like coming of age, midlife crisis where you realize like, well, fuck, I fucked up in life, got back on track, did everything they told me to do. And then literally everything that was promised to me for getting back on track, none of that was there waiting for me. It was all just a fucking ruse.
Damn.
It wasn't like, oh, fuck. It wasn't like, oh, let me start getting fucked up again.
Yeah.
But it was like, you know what? I've always fucking loved music. That's always been my dream. And it was kind of like, let's fucking reignite and let's get back in on this shit. Because like I did all the shit they told me. It didn't work out the way they said. So like now I'm gonna take my fucking clear-headed energy and my drive and I'm gonna put it toward what I like genuinely have always wanted to do with my life. And that's kind of where the music went through. And also I kind of had that revelation with the assistance of the psychedelics too, where I'm going back and forth like, do you want to work a desk job? Do you want to fucking try to move to New York City and grind out the fucking rat race? Do you want to do music? Where are you going to move to? And I've been going back and forth with all those ideas still, even the last year working on the album. And then I got booked to play City of the Hills Festival. Literally, that was back in September.
Yep.
And the album had come out in May, and that was a great milestone. But then summer hit, everybody in Oneonta is gone. There's no concerts to play.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of alone back, just working my 9-to-5, printing t-shirts every day. Just kind of feeling low again, dude. I go through ups and downs, you know. Life's an up and down. But imagine you fucking work on this album. You've been playing all these shows, and then it's like you're by yourself printing T-shirts for 3 months, not performing music. Then I'm going back. I'm kind of going back in this in my subconscious, and I'm like, what should you do? Do you need to like get back? Do you need to fit? Is music going to be the thing? Because like the album's getting a couple thousand streams, but like you can't live off that. You get like fucking 2 pennies every 100 streams, or whatever the fuck it is. You're not booking shows right now. What like you're getting ready to move back toward the city with your girlfriend, and like at the end of this year, I'm supposed to be moving a little closer to New York City with my fiance. But are you gonna just do you need to hang it up and like go for another real job again, basically? And I was going through these back and forths over the summertime. I knew that Kano show was coming back up. I'd kind of had this disconnect once again in my music where I don't know what to do. I had just started taking the psychedelics again here and there. My homie had brought me some like over the summer, some mushrooms and shit when we got together. And I was like, my show's coming up. I'm so nervous because I feel this disconnect with my music again where I don't know what to do. And I was like, right before City of the Hills Festival, I was like, I'm going to take some of these mushroom chocolates and just see what happens. I took it. I go do my set. I did a fucking hour-long set. I performed the whole album plus like fucking 8 other songs, unreleased shit.
Nice.
There wasn't even that many people in the crowd. It's a festival. People are walking by. It wasn't about that. In that moment, playing the album and just feeling myself so connected with my craft. And it was just an unbelievable feeling. At one point, there's only like 4 people there. But it literally feels like I'm performing at like Madison Square Garden or something. Like
that's awesome.
Like this is what I meant to do. And it was like since that point back in September, I've always been through these ups and downs and what ifs and in the back of your head you don't know if it's gonna work out. And since then I've literally just been like, this is what I'm gonna do. I don't give a fuck. Music has been my fucking passion and my like dream for over 10 years now. There's been so many back and forths. And since then, it's literally, I'm all in, dude. It's literally, I've played 5 concerts and it's been 5 shows since then. I'm literally like fucking recording like fucking 5 songs a week. I'm fucking, literally 2 weeks ago, I post every single day on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. And it's literally the point now where I'm like, I'm all in. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. You know, so like rapping lyrics every day until I
hit 10K followers. That stuff's awesome. I love that.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, bro.
And I don't even care. I'm not even looking like, I know like some of them aren't getting like a fucking ton of views yet.
It doesn't matter, dude.
You guys know because y'all posting a lot of content.
We know, dude. We're like grinding this out all the time, and it is just constantly like, it can be discouraging too. You know, you're like, man, we're spending all this money, busting ass and stuff, and we get like not that many views. You're like, oh my God.
It feels
like,
so shitty to
is
like.
Is this ever going to work, you know?
Spend hours on it, and it's something you care. You guys know. You guys spend, I don't even know how much fucking time.
Yeah.
These guys, I know you guys spend fucking the same amount, if not more time on this too. And you fucking grind. You spend hours, you post up a video, something you're passionate about, you get like 5 likes, and like 2 hate comments.
My grandma
dude, do you get a lot of hate? Do you get any hate?
Dude, it's funny that you say like literally like right before I came in here, I post every day after work. I posted my post today was me like kind of like doing this to one of my songs. Yeah, and I put on the screen. Day 692 of posting my music just to get 10 likes, 3 comments, and a fire emoji from my mom. Yeah, bro. That's how it feels sometimes because I don't feel myself. I get a lot of positivity on Instagram. I get a lot of positivity from strangers on YouTube. TikTok's the one where I notice
that's where they are, dude. That's where the haters
spirals.
are.
The algorithm will send it to 10 other haters.
Yeah, that's what we get too. Bro. We get some hate on TikTok as well.
They're like, oh, this shit's fun.
They're like, oh, pack it up. Like, don't even. What are you guys doing? You think this is a podcast? Get out of here.
But then, like, you look at them, and what are they doing, bro?
They're nothing. They're doing nothing.
Or even I saw the other day this dude. He posts, never make music again. And I look, and he fucking has a whole channel where he posts every day doing Pokemon card unboxings, and he's real passionate. And he's real passionate about it, though. And I literally responded back to him, and I tells him, I commented back, I go, hey man, this is what I'm passionate about. I don't care if you like it because not everybody's gonna like it. But I was like, I see that you're passionate about something too. You open Pokemon cards every day. I would never hate on your dream of what you want to do because I think it's dope that you're posting every day about something you're passionate about. So I would just hope going forward in the future that you maybe don't put out negativity to other creators and other people that are passionate. He didn't respond. I
bet he felt like a dick. He was like, oh man, I'm a scumbag.
That's how because I've never hated on anybody. Even if I find something sucks, unless like someone's being a dick, like someone's being a bully or saying something fucked up, I'll hate on you. But if you're just doing what you love, even if I don't like what you're doing, like I'm gonna fucking like ride or die for you because like I know what it's like to be like in that position, dude. And like I've never had hate in my heart. So like I try to kill everybody with kindness too and just be like, hey, like maybe analyze the situation here. Like I would support you if you were doing something. Like you don't have to like what I'm doing, but like all I ask is like, hey, either move on or just at least show me respect for like what I'm doing, you know? That's kind of where I'm at with that type of shit.
Well, that's a great note to end it on, you know. Maxx Wright, fucking great guest,
Killer
crazy
guest,
stories, man. I hope we have you on again at some point. That was fucking awesome.
Time.
I hope I didn't yap too much.
No, you were perfect, dude.
Perfect.
We should definitely do a part 2 sometime because I could talk a lot. I have a lot more stories.
Hell yeah.
I tried to fit in as much funny, cool shit.
Dude, you did a great job.
No, I fucking love this episode.
Dude,
yeah.
I hope people like it as well, dude. Shout out to you guys.
Yeah. Shout out to you, though. Really, though.
Yeah,
Maxx Wright.
Yo,
check out the new merch. Go get the new
Appreciate y'all, dude. Dude, shout out to Handlin It. All you guys are fucking grinding.
Links in the description. Make sure you go look at that, or else I swear.
Yes. Beautiful thing. I got a new song coming out November 28th. It's called Not Feeling Myself. I'm super proud of it. I wrote that song the night after performing City of the Hills Fest.
I think I saw it. You were in the kitchen.
yeah. I'm not feeling
Yep,
myself.
I saw that.
Yeah, so I'm on my singing shit on that. So look out for that coming and a whole lot more music, dude. So thank you guys.
Sweet. Yeah.
Appreciate y'all.
Thanks. Peace.
Peace.